I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wow, a video on whether or not the DLC was too hard. It would have been really cool if that came out 4 months ago. And you know what? You're right. I am a little late on this. But I was too busy having sex with your mom.
June 20th, 2024. From Software released their most anticipated title in recent memory, Elden Ring: Shadow of the Erdtree. At 6 p.m. on the dot, I fired up my PC and got to work. Overcome with excitement and anticipation that had been building up for 2 years, I stared out at the gravesite plain, in awe of the new sandbox I was about to lose myself in for the coming weeks. I couldn't wait to beat every new boss, find every new weapon, explore every nook and cranny of the Shadowlands. Then I very quickly found out that this was not going to be the journey I expected. I was dying over and over and over. After beating my head against the wall that is the divine beast dancing lion, I gave up and tried to explore elsewhere. Then I ran into another wall when I found Radahn, with very similar results. At the end of the second day, I was starting to have my doubts. Do I suck? Am I truly maidenless? Dejected and discouraged, I sat on my couch and clicked on YouTube. I had been avoiding any form of social media for 48 hours because I was terrified of any spoilers. Filled with doubts that I was going to ever beat the game, I saw something that I hadn't quite expected. The Shadow of the Erdtree page on Steam had been flooded with negative reviews about how the game was too hard. The bosses were too aggressive, the damage scaling was terrible, and even seasoned veterans were complaining. I thought to myself, oh my god, it's not just me. I'm not alone. I'm not bad. The game is just too hard. FromSoft will surely patch some of the difficulty, and then I'll come back to claim my rightful place as Elden Lord. Nah, I'm just kidding. You guys suck. Unlike you pathetic whiners, I never blame the game for being too hard. I blame myself for being bad. Instead of being a narcissistic asshole and telling the whole world that my shortcomings were mere illusions and that none of my failures were my fault, I looked myself in the mirror and knew I needed to be better. I was terrible, but I didn't suck half as bad as I thought. And I had proof from thousands of people who obviously have zero self-awareness and don't know a joke when it's slapping you in the face. The Shadowlands are infested with what? More than anything else. People crying. They're crying in buildings, they're crying in roads, they're crying in jails, they're crying literally everywhere, and the game kicked your ass so bad, your first thought was to go and leave a review crying about how the game was too hard. Do you not get where I'm going with this? From Software put a parody of you in the game before you even played it. Miyazaki was playing 5D chess while you guys were playing Chutes and Ladders. He set a trap for you morons in early stage development, and you guys walked into it like a Looney Tune. I drank in all of your pathetic weeping. Your tears were like ambrosia for my soul. I felt reinvigorated. I felt like I could win. Armed with the knowledge that I was a shitter, but not the weepy, runny day after taco night type of shitter, I got busy. I beat bosses, I ran into walls, switched builds, tried again, failed, then prevailed.
Yes! Yes! Take that, bitch!
I put forth effort to figure it the fuck out. And it was getting easier every time I turned my PC on. At first, I thought it was just my Erdtree level, but it wasn't. I was actually improving as a player. I had a couple weapons I wanted to upgrade, but I didn't have the smithing stones to upgrade them all. So I decided to go back to the base game and grab all the bell bearings. That plan had one little hiccup. I gritted my teeth and entered the Dragon Temple, ready for the fight that had given me multiple aneurysms in the past. Then something completely unexpected happened. With no summons, no sleep pots, no faith buffs, no consumables, I one-shot the Godskin duo, just me and my Troll Knight Greatsword Mark II. A feat that not only had I never done before, but I thought was impossible for a player as bad as I am. And boy, did I get rolling after that. I made it to the Sunken Church and beat the Erdtree avatar. After having one little eensy-weensy conniption fit when I found out they had a third stage. Got him. Please tell me you don't have a third phase. I will be so angry. and I received a sign from Sweet Lady America herself. I saw a stick. I knew it was time to leave the Battle Mage build I kept switching back to behind. It was time to get back to my roots. It was time to go back home. To the land of Unga Bunga. I commenced to cleanse the Shadowlands with nothing but flower power and a catchphrase. Quack. The stupid hippo, Mesmer, nothing could stand in my way because I had a stick. Then, just hours later, I saw the most beautiful thing I had ever set my eyes upon. Now we're cooking with gas. I had transcended past the land of Unga Bunga and settled down in the hills of the Honky Bonk. I even got my own theme song.
Helicopter, helicopter!
And the drip. Just fucking look at the drip. No, seriously, look at it. I'm sexy as shit. I rode Devonia's glorious hammer night after night. Fucking pause. All the way to the very end of the game. There was only one thing in my way barring me from the final boss. Well, 5 things, actually. A Ninja Turtle who throws syphilis, a watermelon crushing enthusiast, a hobo with knives, PG-13 Kung Lao, and Mikkola's crazy as shit ex-girlfriend. I'm not gonna lie, these guys kicked my ass. My helicopter hammer could not fly me to victory. Every attack I did got punished. Every time I healed, I got hit with a grenade, or a frisbee, or a war crime, or this bullshit, or this bullshit. I tried everything. I tried to make myself more tanky. I called Moog's ex-boyfriend for a one-fight stand. I even stooped as low as using a shield. None of it worked, and I was starting to lose faith in my Unga Bunga-ness. The power of the Chad within me was fading. I was too squishy. I was too slow. I was too weak. But then I had an epiphany. I didn't need to be less Unga Bunga. I needed to double down on it. You are now gazing upon my final form in all of its glory. Meet the Neanderthor, Homo erectus. Meet Cro-Magnon Prime. With my newfound power and by channeling the old idiom, it can't hurt you if it's dead, I felled those 5 bastards with ease. They didn't stand a chance. I got all the shitty sand out of my boots, looted their corpses, and strode from that antechamber of misery. Then Radahn kicked my ass for about 100 deaths. No Ansbach this time. I wanted to have a fair fight with this ginger gorilla and his stupid fucking backpack. And after dozens of tries and a small fortune's worth of boiled crab, I eventually whooped his ass too. Alright, if I dodge this, I can win. Come on, go. He's won! Yeah! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh. This fight was easily the hardest in the game. Radahn is oppressive, and at times the fight seemed a little unfair, but it never felt ganky. It felt like fighting a Super Saiyan with all the fucking shiny hair flying around, but it wasn't ganky. And no matter how hard it is, if it's not ganky, it's fine. This game was incredibly tough, but I beat it, and I am terrible at Souls games. Was it enjoyable 100% of the time? God, no. But every victory was one I could savor. It was something that I could take pride in. I learned movesets, diagnosed problems, identified my deficiencies and limitations, made changes, solved puzzles, tried again and again and again until I killed a freaking god. It was hard. It was grueling at times. But if you're one of the ones that just quit after a few hours, I kind of feel sorry for you. There is an entire range of emotions you feel when you play a FromSoft game. Okay. That's enough for right now. God damn it. And you guys robbed yourselves of the very best one.
No way! Let's go!
And it's a feeling that you will never experience. And that kind of makes me sad. Just kidding, fuck you. This game is a 12 out of 10, and if you can't handle that, that is a you problem. Sure, this game has its issues, but you probably didn't get far enough to even see any of them. If you're going to offer criticism,
It needs to be better than, this game is too hard. And trust me when I say, I do not think this game is perfect. I actually have a list of complaints that I would like FromSoft to hear. Let's review.
okay, this guy wears pants, and his pants have toes.
Gross.
You probably didn't notice no matter how many times he showed his feet to your forehead. The boss weapons, except for my beloved flower, are mid at best. This kept happening. Probably gonna go through this entire fucking thing and just get like a fucking cookbook or something. Remember what I said about fucking cookbooks?
And there is entirely, and I mean this,
Way too many goddamn birds. You got regular birds, sleepy birds, snitch birds, 3 types of birds that are made out of rocks but can still fly for some reason. The regular kind, the kind that tap dances on your face, and the one that just wants to raise the roof. Big birds, Big Bird Hobo Edition, creepy baby Big Bird. Birds that force you to break your teeth on their ankles. Birds that have way too many ankles. And birds that should really get that checked out by a medical professional. Classic bird people, grody bird people, shiny bird people, and every single one of the innumerable amount of non-bird enemies that spam aspect of the crucible bird. And this boar. This boar was bullshit. Anyway, the moral of the story is, it's not a perfect game. Yes, it's hard, but I beat it, and I suck. Stop with all the maidenless behavior, grab a stick, and go whack shit with it. Bye.